me ask you this. Let me bring it back a little bit. Let me ask you this. When it comes to single families, give me the benefits of it. Right, I gave you a lot of multifamily benefits of it. Give me the single family.
Let's clean it up, guys. Let's clean it up.
Let's really get into it, because I know a lot of people really want to hear what the benefits are, multifamily versus single family.
Yeah.
So for you, being a single family lover that owns multifamilies as well, for the record, what is it about the single families
and we'll buy more
that is that attracts you to the single families? What is it?
So single families are, it's a super safe investment. A lot less responsibilities, a lot less headaches, a lot less phone calls, a lot less surprises, a lot less just figuring it out. So when you have multifamily properties, you got to deal with tenants, upstairs, downstairs, parking, noises. If there's more than 2 units, I mean, you're talking about hallway spaces, who stores things here, who stores things there. With a single family, you don't got to worry about that. It's one property, one family occupies that property. If there's a problem, it's either with the unit itself or with maybe, the next door neighbor or somebody there. Now, if it's a next door neighbor problem, I would say probably 99% of the time, you don't hear that problem. That's between them, and you don't handle that. Maybe 1% or so you'll hear, oh, my next door neighbor, played music too loud, or, whatever. So on a single family, it's just literally 100% less headaches. It's if in real estate, most people who are very affluent, who have a lot of money and are investors that are like, super seasoned, like older investors, respectfully, they tend to invest into less headaches. Yeah, I get it. Multifamilies, I could probably see more money, but really what it boils down to is higher risk, higher reward, right? So single families are lower risks, lower rewards, and it comes at a premium. It comes at a premium. It comes at a premium. So
he's not lying about that.
Yeah. So I have, some of my multis, I'm an avid believer in single family properties. Some of my single family properties, when I tell you that I almost forget that I own them, I mean that. And that shit sounds crazy. You would think, like, really, you forget you own this property? I promise you, I almost forget that I own the property because I don't do nothing. It's been years since I've even called or asked. The only time I remember really about the properties is when my tax guy asked me, what were your expenses on this property? And most of the time he doesn't ask me because I just send him my portal app, and he goes into there and he figures it all out. But there's a time or two when maybe a number doesn't add up, and he says, hey, at this property, there was a hot water tank or something like that. What was the number? Because there's no number. And then I'll have to, oh shit, damn, I forgot. I own that house. I forgot. It happens really, like, because
and I just want to be clear. He's not saying that he's a slumlord that he's not around. So he's just saying it's so maintenance free.
It's zero maintenance.
That it's almost like he forgets about it because there's nothing he has to do for him. Right. Everything is cool. They're good tenants. Everything is fine. They're happy. He's happy. Yep. It's almost like he can forget about it. So I just wanted to clean that up.
Yep. No, I appreciate that. So I got properties that I owned, 14 years. I own this property, right? I think I've been there twice in 14 years. Once was to replace a furnace, and I did that because I wanted to. I remember a Christmas that the tenant called and they said their furnace wasn't working right. So I sent somebody out there, and my contractor was like, hey, the thermostat is messed up. So I was like, you know what? I love that tenant. They're amazing. Why don't we put a digital one in there and let her connect it to her phone, like one of the Nest joints. So it was, whatever. So I knew she would appreciate that, right? So he did that. He put a Nest in there. And when I tell you, she called me and, like, she didn't cry, but she was like so appreciative of that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go there tomorrow, and I want to just look at the furnace. And I want to replace the furnace. So I met the guy there. We put a whole new furnace in it because I just wanted to do that for her because she's an amazing tenant. So that's the one time. The second time I went there was because I installed glass block windows in the basement windows, just because I wanted to. She didn't ask me for that. I just did it because I wanted to. That was it.
And that probably locks her down for I don't know how many years after that. Because
she's not going to. I actually lowered her rent. You don't hear that. I promise you, God, I lowered her rent
to keep her.
Yeah, because I tell you, when I tell you, I almost forget. And this